Good evening to all of you. I Chinmay Roy is here to talk about that why India is not doing good in sports at a collective level, especially in international stage like Olympics, Commonwealth Games and Asian Games, and why we are not at the top of the world. Even we are the second most populous country in the world. Our population is 140 crores and it's still counting. Many people estimated that our current population after COVID pandemic is 144 crores. The first thing which we have to see that Indian Olympic Association and Sports Ministry, these are the two main bodies which administers and which focus and looks on the activities going on in the sports field of India, in the sport activities in India. So I will give you one example. A good tree, a strong tree is the one who has its strong roots. When the root is spreaded everywhere, when the roots is very strong connected to the tree is very strong and stands tall in front of the whole world. Due to a strong root, the trees will have good branches, the trees will have good leaves, the trees will have very strong or a very beautiful bark also, and even birds will come and make their nest. So example through nature, we can understand that the root of Indian sports sector is very weak, and when the root gets cut, we cut the root, the tree will fail. So we cut the root of Indian sports, and the whole sector of and the whole sports industry of India, not only industry but the sports field of India falls down, and we become a part of shame. The basic and root thing comes from our colonies, from our societies. We shame sports, we defame sports, we do not like our children to play sports in a professional manner. We supported our children to play any sport when it is like a time pass, when for a time pass or to refresh your mind, we tell our children better go and play. And mostly we insisted them to play cricket. Everywhere is cricket, people only thinks cricket, people only loves cricket, people only watches cricket, and people only sees cricket in India especially. Even in India, we have Neeraj Chopra who plays javelin throw, is an Olympic medalist. We have Manu Bhaker who is an Olympic medalist shooter. We have Leandra Pace who is an Olympic medalist lawn tennis player. We have your Yogeshwar Dutt who is an Olympic medalist wrestler. But still, we give more money, attention, and love, even and support also to cricketers. And those cricketers do not care about India. For example, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, why he is living in London, not in India? Even Rohit Sharma is now trying to get shift to New York from India. They have a issue that the Indian people are not living them a common man life, but the people of India have given them so much wealth. So it's their duty to make India a better place, a pollution free state or an educated state. But they are not doing. They are just earning hell out of money. They are playing cricket and they are living in foreign country. They are having a luxurious life. But the other athletes, they can't do. And this is not only just fault of Virat Kohli. We treat cricket not as a serious business. We treat cricket as a business. We treat cricket as a in source of entertainment. Virat Kohli knows very well that if he lives in India, people will disturb him, people will not let him do proper practice, which makes him irritated, and he will go to London to have a peaceful cricket practices. Same for Rohit Sharma. Even Neeraj Chopra and Manu Bhaker have to go out of India to do their professional practices with very good coaches. And in the foreign countries, people are not interested in their personal lives, but they are more interested in their performances at international events. So due to that professionalism from those foreign coaches, the Indian players, they mostly go out on government expenses. They took training from the foreign coaches, and so that they can win medal. Because our Indian environment is very depressing and is very pathetic for our athletes. We mentally disturb, we mentally kill, we mentally take down our athletes. Why? Suppose a girl is a very good footballer, but we will say do not play football because you are wearing shorts, and due to shorts, people are watching your thighs. Suppose a boy is a very good gymnast, but we will say no, gymnast it's a girly sport. People will see you like you are a girl or you are a gay. So do not play this sport. Play cricket. And if a boy or a girl is holding a javelin like this and any stick and throwing like this, the mother will say don't do this, do this. Like, don't throw javelin, throw a cricket ball. Even they do not like it. So, first thing, which is the root. Our root in Indian sports, the root of Indian sports mostly comes from our villages. And the problem is that city culture does not support these athletes of India, does not support the sports, because city culture is all about going to office, going to work, do your work, come to home, eat and sleep. In weekdays, in weekdays you do job, in weekends you take rest or go to relatives house, do gossip. In festivals time you celebrate festival to show people that we are very happy people. That's it. And go to play any sport, mostly cricket, just as a time pass, just as a entertainment. So, to enrich, to nourish the sports culture in India, it is very important to develop our villages, because still in our villages, the immunity of villagers are very strong, because they play in soil, they play in mud, they play in water, and mostly in Olympic Games, there is a role of soil, mud, and water, whether it is swimming, whether it is shot put, whether it is kabaddi. Not in Olympics, but in Asian Games, kabaddi is a very popular game. And you will notice that most of our athletes comes from forest areas, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, from remote area villages, and they are internally very strong and better than the urban players. Most of the urban youth, their energy and their life is only invested by their parents on preparing for NEET, preparing for J, preparing for UPSC, preparing for CMAT, or preparing for LLB exams. So it is very important to, we have to do, first we have to develop our villages, first we have to give infrastructure, first we have to make proper grounds, first we have to make academies, sports academies in our villages, so that people can do agriculture work, as well as in the barren lands people can also play their sport. And if we give money, and if we give financial support and social support to our athletes at village level, they will inspire them more to do better performance at international stages. Second thing which is important is, now I'm not talking about politics, is that we have to respect our athletes. We are not respecting our athletes. I will take you down to the history. There is one athlete which is called Murlikant Petkar, in which Murlikant Petkar was a Paralympic athlete, and as a Paralympic athlete, he broke the record in swimming in, I think, 50 meter, and he was the gold medalist from India in 1972 Munich Olympics. Karthik Aryan as an actor played the role of Murlikant Petkar. The movie was Chandu Champion. Before the movie, nobody knows Murlikant Petkar. After the movie, still many people do not know Murlikant Petkar. So, whose fault is this? Murlikant Petkar? Absolutely no. It's the fault of our pathetic, narrow minded Indian society. We know Virat Kohli, we know Sachin Tendulkar, we know VVS Lakshman, we know KL Rahul, we know Ravi Bishnoi, we know Krunal Pandya. Why we do not know Murlikant Petkar? Even there's a discrimination between sports persons and sports in India. If a cricketer comes to any cricket field, everybody goes, touches his feet or her feet, and try to take lessons and try to be in the good book, so that the cricketer will give them some kind of attention. But if a javelin thrower player, if a kabaddi player, is a hockey player, or a shot put player, or a weightlifter is coming to a particular public place or particular ground, nobody notices them except the players who are from the same sport. And they will only talk regarding that, when we will get our government jobs, when we will get our pension, when we will get our money, when we will get our driving allowance. Like, they literally have to struggle for their day to day expenses. Now it is not like that. Many private companies are sponsoring them, but still they have to struggle, and they only want central government jobs, so that they can have a secure life when they will become old. And it's not a wrong thing. So it's the duty of people to respect the all athletes who played some amount of sport at a professional level, even they are earning 15,000 rupees or 1.5 lakh rupees. In Australia, people respect Stephanie Rice, very good swimmer player. People will respect Jesse Owens. People respect Nicole Adams, a very famous female boxer. But in India, it is not like that. There is an athlete called Shiva Keshavan. Shiva Keshavan represented India in Winter Olympics in for 5 times, which means 20 years. He represented India for luge for 20 years, and he never get his due. And the credit goes to Sports Ministry of India, your Indian Olympic Association, your Inter-Winter Olympics Association, the particular bureaucrats who are in the sports field. They only care about having their chai and samosas. They do not care about the athletes who are toiling their sweat and who are like slogging their body to make India proud. And sports is a very difficult job, we have to understand. Like in study, you can sit in a bench, you can sit in a chair, you can sit wherever you want, mostly in chair, in benches, or in like a stool, and you can study for 4 hours, 5 hours. There are some people who study for 12 hours. I don't know how. And those students think that study is a mental pressure, is a physical pressure. Study is nothing but just a simple thing. If you are simple in your life, your study is simple and you can learn anything very easy in a very easy manner. Sports demands energy. Sports demands stamina. Sports demands physical strength. Sports demands mental strength. If you do not have these four aspects, you cannot be a good sportsman at international stage. Many players, they lost their sports career, they lost medals due to knee injury, ligament injury, breathing issues. Their bone got broken. They due to underweight. The famous example is the Vinesh Fogart case, where she was just 100 grams short to play the final of Olympics, Paris Olympics 2024. So we do not realize the pain from which that through which the athletes go, that how much they did hard work and how much they sacrifices to make India proud, to play any sport at a professional level. And the third reason is the expenses, is the money. Our parents, when they have a daughter, they collect 40 lakh, 50 lakh, 1 crore, 2 crore to pay to their daughter's dowry. But they did not give that 1 crore, 2 crore rupees to their daughter to become a very good footballer, to become a very good javelin thrower, to become a very good athlete. And the reason is that in India, there are many girls and there are many women. In this, gender also comes in expenses. If a boy is a very good sportsman, the parents are ready to spend, even if the boy wants to become a cricketer, even if a boy is a very good badminton player or very good shot put player. So the parents will take risk and they will expense on them. But when it comes to another sports like basketball or wushu or any other sports, people's parents feel little bit hesitate to spend on it. If a girl is a very good sports person, so most of the parents will avoid, no, 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 go study, go to college, just study to get a job or just to get married. These are the simple dimensions for a girl, and these dimensions are fixed by their parents, which they didn't achieve anything in their life. Even if they achieve something, they still are fearful. They still have a fear mindset, fear fear spirit in their life. There are many girls who are very good kabaddi player, who are very good cricket player, who are very good volleyball player, but their career were destroyed by none other than their parents and their husbands. There are some exceptions like Mary Kom, who was supported by her husband, and due to her husband, she played boxing for a long period of time. And fourth, which is very important, is your, mm, I can say, that support from the system. All India Football Federation always relies on Bengalis. Why? Because they have a colonial mindset that football comes from Bengal and Bengalis dominated football, and football always comes from Kolkata, which is a myth. Every footballer only focused on Mohun Bagan versus East Bengal, but they do not know there are many good footballers in Northeast India, in Jammu Kashmir, in Punjab, in Uttar Pradesh, in Tamil Nadu. So it's a high time to respect our athletes, to support our athletes, to give them respect, to support them financially, and whatever they achieve, we just have to appreciate it. That's all for today. Thank you.